What is happening, everybody? It's the Miami Football Fanatic here again, and in today's video, going to be taking a look at the Miami Dolphins salary cap coming into the start of the new league year, coming into free agency. Just giving you an idea of what the salary cap looks like and how we can tinker with it to put us in a much better position going into free agency and beyond. This is overthecap.com. It's a great little tool just to tinker with the salary cap. You can do all kinds of things on here. You can cut guys. You can do a post June 1 cut. You can trade guys. You can tender them, which I haven't done yet. Not really sure how you can do that, and you can also restructure, which is what we're going to be doing a lot of today. So yeah, currently it says that we're 7.6 million over the salary cap, but it's being reported that we're much more over, like 15 mil. Like I've been hearing 18 to 20 mil, so not really sure why it's 7.6, but just for the sake of this video, we're going to go by their numbers. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's get to trying to save some money for the Dolphins. So one of the biggest decisions for us this off season is figuring out what to do with Ndamukong Suh. There's been reports that we're going to cut him. There's been reports that we could restructure or trade him to the Eagles, but I don't see that happening with Michael Bennett. With the Eagles trading for Michael Bennett, so no idea how that's going to happen. So yeah, but as you can see here, his cap number is just absolutely gigantic, like 26 mil. That's a quarterback number, and that's like above what most quarterbacks are counting against the cap. So I don't know. It's a hard situation because he did have another solid season last year, one of the best defensive tackles in the league yet again. But that cap number is just absolutely gigantic. Let's just leave that for now and come back to Suh as we move here through the video. So on to Ryan Tannehill. He's been injured the last 2 years, halfway through the 2016 season, or third of the way through, and then getting injured in training camp in 2017. And that 19.8 mil right there for a starting quarterback who's been injury prone and isn't, an outstanding quarterback. That is way too much. So going to go ahead here and restructure Tannehill, and as you can see, save 11 mil on the cap. So bang, as you can see here, we're back in the clear. We're back in the positive range. Even though 3.5 mil is absolutely nothing, we've still made some progress. So obviously, I really can't see Jarvis Landry being back with us next year, playing on the franchise tag. Really do think he's going to be traded to a number of teams, whether it's the Eagles or the 49ers or the Browns, the Ravens or the Titans. There's a number of teams I could trade for him, maybe even the Cowboys, but I really don't see him back with the Dolphins, so going to go ahead there and trade his whole salary. As you can see there, bang, saved a bunch of cash doing that. We're up to 19 million in cap room now, and we're in a much better position now. Rashad Jones, I'm happy with his number. I think he's worth that. I think I'd rather wait till 2019 to restructure Rashad Jones. Now, Andre Branch, this is a guy definitely has to get restructured. He struggled last year, only 4 sacks. It was an injury-plagued season, so a lot of Dolphins fans have been sticking up for him, saying that he was never able to get it going with his knee issues and that. But with Robert Quinn coming in and Cameron Wake here making 8 mil and getting 10 sacks last year, I think the candidate to get restructured definitely has to be Andre Branch. So go ahead and do that. And only going to be saving 3.6 mil, but it's still something. He really isn't worth that cap number. Kenny Stills, I'm happy with his number there. Same as Rashad Jones. I think I'd wait till 2019 to restructure Kenny Stills, but not sure if I'm going to be doing a video, in the coming weeks or the future. But for 2019, we can save, we can get up to 100 million cap space in 2019 by just outright cutting Ndamukong Suh and Ryan Tannehill, Andre Branch, and Kiko Alonso. Our 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 salary cap savings, like our salary cap space for 2019 is going to be absolutely humongous. So that's something to look forward to as a Dolphins fan. It's going to be the complete opposite of the 2018 off season where we're strapped for cash. Okay, so going to leave Kenny Stills there. I'm happy with that. He had a solid season last year. Another guy here, bang, Kiko Alonso. Have to restructure him. He definitely isn't worth 7.8 mil. So there we are there, saving another 5 mil on the cap. Now, Jawan James, this is my biggest conundrum for the Dolphins. I don't know whether to outright cut him or I don't think he can be restructured because it's only a 1-year option, but I'm not sure whether to cut him or to trade. Just going to leave him for now. Let's come back to it later on. Okay, so Mike Pouncey, I mean, he did play all 16 games, but with his hip issues and everything going on, he has to get restructured. There's just too many question marks with Mike Pouncey to keep paying him like one of the best centers in the league. Now Cam Wake, he had 10 sacks at 35 years old, so I definitely think he does deserve to earn that 8 mil or 8.6, whatever it is. So Cameron Wake gonna leave his number as it is. Okay, so Lawrence Timmons and Julius Thomas here. These are two guys that definitely need to be kicked out the door. So goodbye, Lawrence Timmons. Bang, cut. Saving over 5 mil on the cap. And Julius Thomas. Goodbye. So now, with those two cuts, we're up to 43 mil in cash space. Granted, I'm not sure like how accurate this website is or if that's going to be the actual number, but it does give you a pretty good idea of what you can do when tinkering with players' contracts. So, moving on for those guys, Devontae Parker, that's fine. Hopefully he can live up to his first round status this season. Larry Tunsil, TJ McDonald's only going to be making 1.5 mil in base salary this year, so that's going to be a huge bargain. It should give us flexibility to sign another free safety, which we definitely need because it's pretty obvious that TJ McDonald and Rashad Jones are both strong safeties. Even though Rashad Jones, he can cover as a free safety, I'd still rather a real free safety that can just do it all. It's got the ball range. That's a ball hawk and the guy that's got the range to cover the whole field. So, moving on, I'm happy with the rest of these guys' contracts. I mean, I guess maybe we could cut Ted Larson, but it's not really needed. I mean, he did play fairly solidly last year, so and only making 1.5 mil. That's great guard depth right there. And who knows, he might even start because it's pretty obvious that the Dolphins don't really covet signing guards in free agency or drafting talented guards that can really make a difference. Alright, so we've gone to minus 7.6 like I said, or as reported 18 mil when accounting for Robert Quinn's contract, but as you can see we've made great progress. We've got much more wiggle room. We got wiggle room to take on more contracts, to maybe trade for other players, or maybe moving around with our draft picks. We've got much more flexibility here. Now, see, with Ndamukong Suh, just really think that cap number is just too gigantic and he has to take a restructure. Let's see how much of an impact it has on next year. So we're going to go ahead and give him restructure, saving 10 mil on the cap. But now the 2019 cap room is down to 36. You know what? I'm going to undo that, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut him. Now being he's going to be 32 years old entering this season. If we cut him past June 1, look how much money we can save. We can save right there 17 mil, and that just be a huge bonus Devon Gottschall, I'm really confident that that guy can be a starter. And Vincent Taylor, loving what I'm seeing from him. I'm not saying that those two guys can definitely be starters, or I really do think that Gottschall could be a starter, but Vincent Taylor, I'm not really confident that he can be a bookend there at defensive tackle. But there's many options this year draft to grab a guy if we do want to cut Suh, Vita Vea, Harrison Phillips, Maurice Hurst. There's a number of interior guys. De'Aaron Payne from Alabama. There's a number of guys that we could draft as replacements. So Ndamukong Suh, goodbye. That goodbye on that gigantic contract. I mean, we've paid him enough money as it is. I think that we've paid him like over 80 million or something. Or like I think we've already paid him 60 mil over 3 seasons has it been. So he's earned enough. He's taken enough. He's robbed us of enough money this season. And goodbye Ndamukong Suh. And that would leave us the opportunity to keep Jawan James. I really do think he played well last season. I don't know why Adam Gase is just going ahead and kind of trashing him, saying he's only had a good couple games this season, but probably because it wasn't a draft pick that he oversaw. So that always happens when you got new regimes coming in. They always want their guys, and they always aren't like emotionally and and physically attached to their draft picks. So similar to Jarvis Landry, you see Jarvis hasn't got much respect in this negotiation process. But there we go. I was thinking coming in, I wanted to get up to about 60 mil in cap space, but between 50 and 60, and there we are at 59.6. So we've got much more wiggle room to work with. We can go ahead and sign a guy like Tahir Whitehead if we wanted, or Avery Williamson, or Preston Brown from the Bills. There's a number of solid guys, or even Nigel Bradham from the Eagles. We could definitely fix the linebacking unit with that 59.6 mil. Yeah, there's just a number of ways we could go. We could even sign a running back like Jeremy Hill or Dion Lewis. That's what restructuring all these guys and cutting bums like Julius Thomas does for you. Just really helps with the cap, and just puts the team in a much better position. So that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments section. Give me the feedback. Let me know if you would rather have kept guys or cut, or just let me know what you would have done in response to the moves I've made here. Alrighty guys, as always, fins up baby. I'm looking forward to free agency and also the draft. The draft is my favorite time of year, the NFL calendar, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what the Dolphins are going to be doing. Alrighty guys, as always, fins up baby. Cheers.